Oh my God, Paragon is the leading, it's the Harvard. I say it a lot. They're the Harvard of pet grooming school. Of course, there's a bunch of different schools out there, but I just really love their platform. You know, they started off with Melissa Van Plank. She owned multiple grooming salons, mobile vans, and she really believed that education is everything. So this book right here, it's Paragon School of Pet Grooming. They're the ones who sponsored a lot of educational piece for us. They've been in business for over 30 years, and this simplified grooming. So this is your foundation book. This is going to help you understand what you need to know, the basics of grooming.
So first day of class, we basically wanted to assess the students to see where everyone's levels were at. The biggest thing was to see like who had experience, who didn't, and then to kind of break the students up, or better yet, understand every student's need and what brought them to the actual seminar. And while he's doing that, I'm gonna talk a little bit about his tail. You guys can always refer to your book too. So basically starting on page 121, it has different styles of tails that we can run across. Like I did the little fluffy dog earlier. She would probably be more of like a plum tail. He's a little older, so I would say he's probably like flag tail and a little bit of the plum, because it's a little like, you see he's missing hair a little bit. It's not really full, but if you pay attention to the dogs that we do today, or even the dogs that's kind of running around, see if you can identify the different type of tails, because each tail you would kind of do differently. You're gonna still brush and comb it like you would naturally, but when it comes to trimming it, you're gonna trim it a little different. Like her dog, that tail, she would brush and comb and then probably put it in an angle and then trim it. His tail, I'm gonna see what I can do. We're gonna see how we do this one. But if it was a little bit more fuller, I would definitely probably just take like my shears a little bit and clean up the tail and then leave it. Golden retrievers, they have more of a flag tail.
Yeah, flag tail.
Yep. And then your labs, to me, it's like a carrot. Or carrot or natural. You don't really have to trim those. You get some dogs like Dobermans that have they have no tail. The owners probably got them, I call it clipped, yes. So see if you can identify tails, but it gives more details starting on page 121 about the different styles. And then we're gonna see what we can do with this guy's tail and tackle it. But definitely check it out, and like I said, watch and observe the different dogs that we do throughout this whole seminar, the tails.
Book was very helpful. It has all the tools, it has all the things to look out for, how to do this, how to do that, and it's something they can always go back and refer to. So I told them, get your highlighter, take notes, highlight the parts, fold the page, I don't know, like whatever you're doing, whatever you need to refer back to, they have like a map with that book right there. And a big thing here would be, checking the dogs in and giving the owners a realistic expectation. And the book is big on that, making sure when you check in, you go through all these things with the owners to make sure that the outcome is going to be what we want to do. And like I said, just giving them something in their hand that they can always refer back to will make like a really big difference for them. Because instead of just feeling like, well, I think this is what we should do, now they have proof that like this is what we should be doing. So, like I said, in the 3 or 5 book, just to make it simple, every time you check a dog in, you want to go over the same things. The body, the head, the ears, the feet, the tail on every dog. Just always ask. If the dog has been here before, of course, you're probably going to know. They're like, same thing as last time. You make sure you write notes of what you did so you remember. Because if you don't, you're going to be like, oh, what did I do? So once you figure out what you want to do, just follow the steps. Long, short, tapered, not tapered, stylized, more like a more shorter body, longer legs. Just, have your signature haircuts that you kind of like to do that you can offer your clients. If you offer them too much, it's going to just get confusing.
In the book, do you guys remember seeing a page that showed different breeds, working groups, and, okay, can someone name me a toy breed group? Like within that group, there were some toy breeds. Okay, I mean, anybody, if you guys want to just, okay.
She's Maltese.
There you go.
Over here, you guys want
Yeah, they didn't read. But if, yeah, so that's the page. So if you go to page 38 in your book, that it breaks down the different groups. And why that's important is because, I mean, here you guys may see, I mean, probably everything in a sense, but this also helps you better understand the type of dogs that you'll be working with as far as breed, temperament. I would even go as far like looking up some of these breeds and reading about them. So that way you can understand them better about temperament. Like Shih Tzus are little feisty things. They're cute and fluffy, but they are sassy, you know, and they will bite you. And they don't give you warning. And then you have the bigger dogs who are actually opposite. They're very sweet. They think they're lap dogs. So like for me, learning more about the breed itself has helped me in the grooming industry. I know how to handle them better. So that's just a little like ticket for me is I always try to read up on dogs. If I see a dog on my schedule and I'm not sure about it, I will Google it. And I'm like, oh, okay, this is something new, because breeds are always changing, and then you have a lot of cross breeds. So if you take like a Shih Tzu and a Poodle mix, Google both, because it will have two of the same temperaments or different temperaments, and you'll know how to handle them. So that's why I chose that question, was because I wanted you guys to focus. That's very important, learning the dog breeds, temperament, everything, like behavior. Even with Shih Tzus, they have that weird nose. When you're bathing them, you have to make sure you're not getting water. And any dog knows, but certain dogs that have short snouts, you get water in there, it hits directly into like their lungs. They can't breathe, you know, then you have a whole situation. So learn more about the breeds and what they are like, okay? But that was good. See, this side, they're winning. They winning.
Really invested in it. There's another one, Frank, who doesn't have any tools, right? And now that he has the tools, he's really, really invested. He really wants to learn more, and he wants to be better at his skill set.
Yes, sir.
It's not about scissors, but it's from the chapter we read.
Okay.
Like page 40, talking about the. So, hold on. It's talking about the pattern setting.
Okay.
So I would like you to throw more light on it. What pattern setting means.
What pattern setting? Well, pattern setting, every single dog, majority of the dogs have a certain breed cut. So, like for example, Schnauzers, Cocker Spaniel. You know, with a Cocker Spaniel, they like to keep more of the feathering, the thicker legs. So you kind of have to set the pattern. The hair grows a certain way, so you have to be able to cut it and blend it into the skirt. While Cocker Spaniel have an underbelly skirt, and you kind of, the way you groom the dog is how you set the pattern to get that breed haircut. You know what I'm saying?
So reading the first section of the book, I've been able to gather some, experience, or should I say, knowledge on how to interact with clients when they come in with their pets. The things I need to look out for, like when a pet walks in, you need to look out for the texture of the coats of the pets. You need to look out for the density, the length of the coats. There are certain things you need to look out for before you make a final judgment on the kind of look you want to give to the pets.
Oh, the information is quite a lot helpful for me, because as a groomer, that's my first time of getting an handout, a book, a grooming book, manual that can put me through and educate me more on my grooming skills. So the book is very, 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 very informative, and I really love that, and I really appreciate them for that.
It was really inspiring. It kind of like lightened up things I thought I knew and really didn't get clarification to, so it was really helpful.
Okay, so before coming, I actually had taken a course a few months back on dog grooming, and to be honest, it was a paid course, but to be honest, I didn't really get anything from there. But on reading the first chapter of the book yesterday, it actually made me understand a lot of the concepts that was taught in that course better. And just reading, the book was self-explanatory.